didn't quite come right back. All right. This will be probably interrupted by bedtime, but all right. Let's see. Where was I can. Okay. Okay. So I need to implement this command now to be able to play from the stock to the foundations. If I recall, something I talked about was the fact that I need to implement, and that might be the thing to do right now. If I've already called stock, um, I need to be able to implement flipping another card. Like if the top card, that should be straightforward to implement. If the top card here is already face up, I need to move it to the waste pile. And then basically implement the same logic for the waste pile that kind of exists for the stockpile, that the top card of it needs to be available. All right, so that stock gets handled where? Down here in, yeah, stock. If context is blank, if the input was 4 items, then set context is stock and break so we can come back around. Otherwise, set context to build. If it's 3, okay. Wait a minute, have I already done this? Or did I start it? If the context is build, wait, I have already implemented going to from stock to, I think I started. Yeah, I think I started. So it would, like I've done so many of this now, I don't even remember whether I remember thinking, okay, I think there's a problem with this, because I remember thinking that, okay, it's just gonna, yeah, this was, okay, that's right. This was the problem I ran into last night, because I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna let the logic of build and move just work. But the problem is that build and move specifically operate on the tableau. Build is looking for pulling a card from the tableau. What I fixed earlier was move, that is looking for a card in the tableau. I built functionality to allow it to look at the stockpile as well, and to put the stockpile in the available card. So what I have to do now, is to do the same thing for the foundation. I need to modify the build logic in Game Master and in Solitaire Data. Okay, something I just thought about was I want to check available. I can't access available, can I? No. Let me go back over to available. That's in the data model. Is it? No, that's in Game Master. Okay, available. I push that on. However, it never gets removed. Oh no, wait, it does get removed. It gets removed. That's right. It gets removed because this runs every time. That's right. I call this every time, so it gets refreshed. That's right. That's right. Okay, it gets removed because of that. The program is starting to get thick enough. I need to get some documentation going, which we're almost there. starting to get thick enough that it's enough that I'm starting to forget. Like, that's one of the weird things with like programs, which is always the thing they tell you like in school or whatever. The reason you use comments is because you won't even remember what you did when you come back like the next day, or let alone a month or a week or whatever. That's why I've been trying to work on it every day, because I know if I leave it for any significant amount of time, I'll probably never make any progress ever again. So okay, so I need to work on this build. All right, back in the command processor. If I've set context to build, which happens if the input length is 3, which would be stock 2 hearts, it's gonna get this top card off the stock, and it's gonna create a card descriptor for that. If it's a valid card, it's gonna send build and the card to the game master. Now, this is a modification similar to what I did for move. This is what I'm gonna have to do here, which I've already done it, I guess. With in the do, I got is from stock coming in. All right, in build right now, what does it do? If it's hearts, if it's null, if there's nothing in the foundation, it needs to be an ace, and so it does it. Otherwise, if it checks the rank, make sure it's ascending, and it calls build foundation. So in the data, this is actually fine. The only thing that's wrong is that the data, I'm pretty sure that data model, build foundation, is going to need to know about that it's coming from stock. So build foundation takes in the card, and it's only going to be looking for the, okay, that's the thing. That's the thing. Now, find cards will find that one card. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't modify find cards at all. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. This is what's going to have to change. Because, and it seems like it may be a small change in the sense that it doesn't need to find it because it's coming from the stock. It already has it. But I do need to verify that it's actually available, because I don't remember in Game Master actually doing that. I come in build. Yeah, that's right. Wait. Oh, I checked that in validate. Okay, that gets checked in validate. If it's move, okay. If it's build, it gets checked in validate. Okay. Gets checked that it's available and validate. All right, wait. Okay, hold on. Stock 2 hearts. Wait. Where am I? Command processor. If it's stock, if context was stock, else if context is build, it outputs build and card. That gets sent to do in the controller. Build is to build the foundation, which is here. And here's the problem. Okay, I need to put a condition in here that actually pays attention to if it's from the stock or not. Yeah, because it's doing everything from the Tableau. So this is what's going to have to get modified. All right. move card accepts is from stock. Build foundation now needs to accept is from stock. So back in command processor, I'm going to follow the same pattern that I did there. So I'm going to pass it build, card, and stock. All right, what that's going to do, that makes the output three operands long, 3 values long, similar to 2, like that's from move. If it's greater than 3, that makes that, which I knew that was a bad idea to rely on that. If the command length is greater than 3, okay, that's fine. I can change this. I can make this an else if command dot length is 3, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and say if command at the index of 3, the index of 2, I'm sorry, is stock, then it's going to shoot move this inside. I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to come up there, boom, move that in. And what I'm going to do is say this should be true if it's stock, else it should do the old thing. Tons of conditions here, just conditions glow. Is that in the right place? This, and that's inside this. Yeah, that's wrong. Oh, the indentation is wrong. Alright, that's that, and that's that. Okay. So if command length is 3, it's going to check if it's stock, which would be the case for a stock to foundation command. However, if it's not, which would be the case for a move command, it'll do the old thing. Okay, so that can now handle that. I'm going to save that. Now to game master, build build is going to have to change just fundamentally. Just the basic change that's going to have happen to build is just for the call to build foundation to pass something for stock, something to represent the state of stock. So I'm going to do a find and replace, because there's a lot of them. I'm going to say, what's the command? Data dot build foundation card. I want to replace that with card, comma, true. No. How am I going to do that? I'm going to replace that with card false by default in here. I'm going to need to add a check. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to need to add a check. Let's replace that, and that. And then what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to come back. Does this have that multiple? No. Oh, it doesn't have that thing like Visual Studio Code where you can place multiple cursors. Ooh. Command, that's Alt Shift up. Add cursor to next line. Let's see what that means. That would be really cool. Alt Shift up. It does have it. It's a weird way to do that though. Can I just click Alt Shift and click? How does that? So you can put multiple cursors like that. How would I? How would I use it though? Split selection to line. Add cursor to previous line. Add cursor to next line. Indent, unindent, duplicate. Move line up, down, toggle. How would I do this? If I want to put it, because I need to put, I basically need to put the same thing. Well, let's just use our same old method of copying and pasting. I don't know. What I'm gonna have to do, if that's null, then do that. If it's not, then that wouldn't have did anything. So if it's not, then rank. Check rank. I can do this inside. I can do this inside these conditions. How would I? Trying to just find the best way. There's just really no. There's just really no place to do it without. You're just gonna have to duplicate it the way I got it structured. So I'll check if it's null. If it is, it needs to be an ace. And then it's gonna. Okay. I just have to wrap the whole thing in an if, as usual. If is from stock, then let's write that condition first and say else. Then I'm gonna put all of this in that. But if it is from stock, then basically, I mean, I want to do this same stuff. Like literally, all I'm doing is wrapping it and then doubling the amount of code. But I'm past the point of worrying about that. So far past the point of that even being a relevant concern. I don't understand this at all. What's that? Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, the else. The else will be like this. Well, that needs to go in one. Okay, this, the only thing it'll do different is say true. Okay. That's literally all that has to change. It just needs to. Would it be easier to just copy paste that whole structure there? No, whatever. If is from stock. I did it backwards. If it is from stock, the top one needs to be true because I'm wanted to at least make logical sense to just check that if that's true first, and then if it's false, then let it be false. All right, true. Now this one, if it is from stock, else, then I'm just gonna move this. And then that moves in. Did I screw that up? The indentation is still messed up, isn't it? What in the world? Alright, this is okay. Like, I don't understand why it's not better at indentation. It's insane. That's fine. Alright, so this is where I'm going to just break and probably come back tomorrow and go from there because it's almost 9:30 and I have sort of reached my limit. I'm starting to feel confused. Do I highlight from there? Tap it in. Is that right? It's from start. I don't know. So I'm gonna break there and come back at this tomorrow. And try to keep information. I'm gonna save that. So I'll be back. Oh, it is a new day. I'm going to get back where I was. I was just like, I was copying and pasting, and I didn't even know where I was clicking anymore. So, if I tried to make a mental note of the fact that I didn't even finish copying and pasting yesterday, so I'm gonna look for where I may have set myself up for a horrifying. Maybe I can do it like this. I'm gonna do an undo. Alright. Okay. That was the last thing I did apparently. So, okay. Let's see what's in my. I know what I was doing was adding the is from stock. Um, let's do this. If is from stock. Now I honestly also have to. I know I was doing this. I also have to. So am I leaving the? I'm leaving the return false. It looks like. Um. Switch. This kind of sucks. What am I doing? Okay, what just happened? What am I doing? This. I don't even know what. Why did that one just get longer than the rest of them? What was I supposed to do? Oh, I just copied it. I didn't cut it. Because I'm moving it. Okay. And so I paste that in. And then I'm going to include. I'm going to close this up here. Alright, I'm going to close this up here. That's okay. That's what I'm trying to do. Correct. Or am I? Okay, I had never finished with this one. Okay, that makes sense now. Both of these conditions. Okay, I remember now. Both of these conditions have to be checked. However, if it is from stock, then this is supposed to become true, right? Because it's supposed to indicate that it was from stock. And then this comes true. And then the second half is undisturbed. That was why I was looking weird. I couldn't. And then this one goes in here. And I changed this one. Which I'm going to have to trace back through the logic again. But I believe that should leave me in a position where I don't really have to change much else. This allows me to then add a check for whether it's coming from the stock pile to the build foundation method. Let me trace the logic. So if I come in to this method into do and is from stock is true, and stock, well, it's going to be move or build. If it's going from stock to foundation, it'll be build. So it'll validate that the card is valid, and then it'll get down here, and the case will be build. I'll set this stuff up. I'll get the suit of the card. I'll check the suit, and when it gets inside, if it is from stock, if that's true, then it's going to check if the foundation has a card in. If it doesn't, then it requires the value of the card to be an ace, because you have to start from aces. It's building ascending, so it has to be an ace. If it was, it'll call build foundation with true. If there was already a card there, it's going to check the rank using our little rank object up here. It's going to check the rank. If the rank was 1, if the card going in was 1 greater, it's going to called build foundation with true, which should follow that logic for adding more cards to the foundation. Now what has to change? Otherwise, if it wasn't from stock, it does the same thing. Wait a minute. If it wasn't from stock, it does, yeah, okay. It does the same thing, but it calls builds foundation with the condition false for is from stock. So I'm going to save this. Let me check each of my switch conditions here and make sure they're structured right. Is from stock, mainly because I copied and pasted this section each time. I want to make sure all I'm really concerned with is that my brackets are right. That one is fine. That one is fine. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and modify build foundation. Build foundation. Okay, this one is going to be this one's going to be a little thick because there's a lot of code in here. Yes, it's very repetitive, but okay. All right. It's very repetitive. I'm trying to hang on here because I'm wanting this to be done and I'm ready to move on to another thing. There's something else that's burning in my mind that I like, another project that I want to work on and like get this kind of momentum going on that. But okay. All right. This one, I need to modify it first and foremost. I need to modify it first and foremost to add is from stock. Okay, that's the first step. It's actually really straightforward what I need to do. Just stay focused. All right. Cards found. It's going to find cards now. This can handle find cards because we already dealt with it with the move. Okay, this could be an opportunity. I don't need to find the card. I don't need to find the card because the only purpose this find card serves is to find a card in the tableau. So, okay, the only purpose this find cards serves is to find a card in the tableau. I need to put this in a condition. I need to put this in a condition. All right. If is from stock, and then the rest of this will become that. I could really probably break this out into separate functions, but all right. If it's from stock, I want to take the part of this that puts it in the foundation. That's all I need. If this hard state is not equal to null, this data push into hard. What was in Tableau? Okay, I could do this. If it's from stock, cards found. Okay, cards found is just defined. Okay, what I can do, because it's setting up cards location, what I can do is before I run this find cards situation, I already know that card is the card, basically. So I can just say if is from stock. I can set this first. Let this go ahead and happen. Let it set the suit. And then leave that afterward. Because what I can do, if it was from stock, I can go ahead and do this. I can do a switch. On card suit. And then do my cases. Clubs. Diamonds. And then spades. No need for a default because there shouldn't be anything else. Well, no, there could be something, but it should get caught. It should get caught before it gets here. It should get caught before it gets here, but it's good form, I guess. Default. Return false. Alright, so what this is going to do, if it was a heart, and this logic will be the same all the way across here. If it was a heart, if the first thing in there is not null, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. If this dot data, I never changed that name of it, hearts, first thing is not equal to null, if there's something already in there, then if there's something already in there, I want to push, because I'm extending that array. I want to say this dot data f hearts dot push, and I'm going to push the card. Okay. I'm moving cards into there, but what I actually have in here is a descriptor. A card descriptor, is that correct? What is card? Do I have access to card anywhere? Or do a quick type of? I can trace it back. Operand 1. Yeah, it was operand 1 and operand 2 in command processor, which are card descriptors. But in Game Master, it gets the card. Yeah. So it's a real card. It's actually a card object. Okay, sweet. It's actually a card object. Push card. I just want to put card. Ooh. It's saying it's a card descriptor, card location. Is card a card descriptor? Let's go to Game Master. When it gets here, when it gets to do input, contains card descriptor. All right, if it's build, it's just calling, it goes to get available, and it just checks if, what does it check? That gets the available cards. The validation, the validation just checks the suit and the value. So it's actually a card descriptor, which is a problem. I need an actual card, because card descriptor, if I'm not mistaken, is defined in Game Master. No, it's defined in command processor. It has the value in the suit. The value of the suit and the color. It doesn't have the symbol. And so I can't use it. I would have to go back through and dig out so much stuff. Okay, that's not a problem, because what I can do here is I can go to, I know where this is coming from. I know that it's coming from the stockpile. So what I can do is I can just say, rather than that, I can just say this dot stockpile this dot stockpile pile top is set, though, isn't it? I don't think I ever used stockpile available, did I? Did I ever use that? If I did, it's back in Game Master. Data.stockpile is face up becomes true. Get stock top just returns what's at the top of it. I never set anything. Okay. I never set anything to indicate what it is. So I mean, that doesn't stop anything. I could just grab it. I could just grab it. It would get the last thing in stockpile, which is this dot stockpile dot length -1. Okay, so push that card in there. And likewise, if there was something already there, I mean, if there wasn't anything already there, it's going to change that first index, because it's length 1. It's not going to push it. It's going to say, what in the world? It's going to say, this. Is going to say hearts at the index of 0 becomes that. All right. Yeah, that will take care of that. And then I need to not break well, I could let the switch just be a fully formed switch. And let the if return true. Let this break and let the if return true. Otherwise, if it's not from stock, I don't even need the else. Just let it continue. it should never make it out of there. If it wasn't, if I got in here, there's no reason for me to get in here and this to be false. Like, that was what I've been trying to do the whole time, is that anything that makes it to the data model be valid. There's no reason for it to error out, basically, at this point. If I put a phony name in there for a suit, it shouldn't make it this far anyway. But if it did, the default is here. It should return false. And say invalid command when it bubbles up, basically. So what I can do now is I should be able to just copy this and paste it and change. I didn't screw up the indentation. I should be able to change the name of the foundation. And all right, let's walk through the logic. It made it in here from, let's say it, if I screw something up, it made it in here from Game Master with a call saying that this card was coming in. What I got? Line 82. Got an extra. Let's see what's screwed up. This is fine. That's fine. That's broken. Oh, yeah, because it's not supposed to be in. Oh boy, that means that everything's broken. That's messed up. That is, and that is. There we go. Alright, it made it in here. It's got the card. This is true. It comes in, it says card suit, and then it checks this. If it's from stock, it comes in, let's say the case was clubs. Let's say the suit was clubs. If the clubs foundation, the first thing in there is not null, meaning there was already something there, it's going to add on top of that. And so it's just going to push the top of the stockpile. Now, this is where that's fine. That's fine. But if it's not face up, it shouldn't work. There's a check that catches that, though. That's what I'm checking at every stage. There's a check that catches that, though, because it, before we get here, validate searches available. If it's not face up, meaning a stock command didn't come in first to flip the card up. If it's not face up, this shouldn't work, because it should never have made it here. I would like it, though, if I had used this little property I created, stockpile available. I would like it if I had used that to indicate to always hold the available stockpile card. I'm thinking now, well, why not make it used? Because I don't know what I tied into. Let's go back. I would like to test this first. Let's test this and make sure it's working. If it's the first thing, let's say my first ace is going to come from the stockpile. We've already checked up to this point. It got in here, and this elsed out because it is null, and so it's going to set the first index of data f hearts to, which is the foundation of hearts, is going to set it to the thing that's on the top of the stockpile. Then what? Exactly. It set it to the things on the top of the stockpile. But did it nullify it? No, that's the next part, because that was what I was doing in Tableau. I got to nullify the thing that's on the top of the stockpile. And there's one way I could do that, and that is by popping it rather than just, copying it here. I could just pop it off. And that allows the stockpile to consistently shrink, which is cool, because I am already accessing stockpile like this, just whatever's at the end of it. I'm accessing it like dynamically, so I can do that. And, well, that still doesn't take care of it actually being available. It's doing basically the same thing, but with pop, it just gets rid of it for me. And I want to do this in both cases. Whether it was empty or not. I want to do that both places. All right, so now this clears up. This not nullifies the top thing. It just completely removes it, and stockpile shrinks, which is fine, which is great actually. All right, I can't. Well, yeah, I don't want to. I can't do that same thing with the Tableau, because I need those 19 spaces there, because who knows, one column may start growing. I need all those there. I would have to modify the code to use push in other places when I add something, if I were to do that. And it would, yeah, I don't want to do that, because what I'm actually doing is just, I'm not inserting, but I'm changing the value of a certain location in the array. I'm leaving that location there and just setting it to null when I don't have anything there. So I can't use that pop in Tableau. All right, so, all right. If it's not null, meaning there's something already there, so it's going to build on top of it. And so it pushes the top thing, or the last thing, out of the stockpile. It pulls it out of the stockpile and puts it there. It breaks the switch statement, comes out and returns true. There's no reason for this not to work. Let's say that it was the end of the game. Now, this is thinking way far ahead, but let's say that the stockpile is empty and this is the last thing in there. If I pop it, this goes empty. I would need to build a case, a condition in some way that ends the game. If we run out of cards, or that makes the stockpile inaccessible anyway. But that, that's thinking pretty far ahead. We don't have a fully playable game yet. So let's save that and go into this critical moment that I hate, and that is trying to play it. I'm going to say stock. Nothing freaking happens. What have I screwed up now? It refreshes. Stock. Nothing happens. All right. That means if I come in stock command processor, I just dumped in stock. Parse input is going to happen. It should have gotten stock. Case stock. Context was nothing. Length was not 4. Length was not 3. Output should have been stock, and it should have said done to true. this. This is an else, so it shouldn't have made it here. Said done and true, broke, come back around. Output is stock. Done is true. Break. Where is the end of the while? End of the while. Should have broke, returned output. Come back up to this. It wasn't invalid command. So notice command became, wait, what did command become? Command became an array with one index stock. I'm not checking command properly. I should be checking the first index of this. That's weird. Okay, so this is always going to go in. Command length is not greater than 3. Okay, command is not greater than 3. It's also not equal to 3. And as a result, nothing happens. Okay, so I need to bring out one of these and give myself a actual condition. Okay. This. So this needs to step out. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and flip stock. All right, worked. It's a 4 of hearts that I cannot play anywhere. I'm gonna build diamonds with an ace. Okay, something is screwed up then. What just happened? It played. All right, I got build. I said build diamonds with an ace. The 4 of hearts was what was on the stockpile. Somehow I triggered the stockpile. Let's do that again. Let's see if it happens in all cases. Stock. Jack of spades. I can move 8 of spades to 9 of diamonds. That worked just fine. Got a 5 of hearts there. You know, I could actually move this whole column or whatnot, but I haven't implemented that yet. That jack, I have to be at 9. Jack 3, can't do anything. All right, fresh. Let's go ahead and flip stock. Let's make sure it's working in each case. Stock works fine. It's a spade. Let's see. Okay, this is how I triggered that before. Build clubs with an ace. Let's see what this would do. It would come in here. My input is going to check the first thing in the input. This is the current token. My first thing should be build. It should catch build. Create a new descriptor using the suit and the value. I'm using the value and the suit. Okay. Check if they're included in valid, if they're valid cards. And it should output build and card and done. And when that breaks, that's gonna, it's an output. Output will come back up. Output should contain build. Out should contain build and the card. Oh, that's what's wrong. well, no, wait, okay. Okay, that's what did it. It's this. If where am I? If command is not, the length is not 3, which in this case is 2, build in the card. If it's not, if it's greater than 3, then we'll go in here. If it's 3, if it's equal to 3, it's going to decide which one it is. If it has a stock in it, it doesn't. So this did not come from stock. That's why it played the stock. It should give a false. All right. All right. Let's just say stock, flip the stock card, and it's an ace. Sweet. That then lets us test out the actual logic that we just added. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say stock to, that's a heart, hearts. What should happen? Comes in, first token is stock. So it's going to say stock. Context is blank. Is the length 4? No. Is the length 3? It is stock 2 hearts. So it's going to set the context to build and set output to stock. Flip done to true. Okay, wait a minute. That's what's screwing this up. That's going to screw this up because it's going to set done to true, which is going to make this return output. And all that will go in is stock. It'll be just like calling stock again. And so nothing will probably happen right here. What this needs to do is it needs to output stock. Yeah, okay. I need to move this. Context, okay, hold on. If context is blank, all right, that's fine. If the length of input is 4, then I want to do this. If the length of input is 3, I want to do that. I need to put this in an else so that it isolates it. It doesn't do anything. Right? It needs to isolate that so that it doesn't do anything. Otherwise, it just comes down here and breaks. Because right now, if I hit enter, what it looks like should happen is it should be just as though I hit stock again, and I haven't implemented the functionality to move that over to the waste pile. So nothing should happen. If I'm predicting correctly, I'm gonna hit enter. Nothing happened. All right, okay, so now I'm gonna save this now and I'll refresh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip stop. It's a 3 of diamonds. I can move that to the tableau. Let's see if that works. I think we implemented that before. So I'm going to say stock to 3 diamonds. Stock 2. What was this command? It was stock to 3 diamonds. That should be length 4. That should say context is stock, break. Let it flip, done is not true, so that should flip it back around. Context is now stock. It should come back here again. Context is not blank, and so it should come here, context is stock. Operand 2 should become stock to, let's type this, 3 diamonds. Okay, stock to 3 diamonds. It should say operand to 0, 1, 2. This is a value. 0, 1, 2, 3, which is the suit, value suit. Stock card should become, oh, I said stock to 3 diamonds. No, that's what's wrong. I'm supposed to say stock to 4 spades. Okay, oh, cool. That's fine. All right. Now let me go ahead and build hearts 8 with an ace, and then build clubs with the ace. And let me flip stock 10 of clubs. Darn it. That queen. Oh, the 10 could go clubs. That's a black card. So the jack. Okay. No. The 10 of diamonds could go under that jack. 10 of diamonds could go under that jack. So let's say move 10 diamonds to jack spades. Ah, shoot, another 10. There's nothing else I can do. 9 spades. With that 9 of spades, move 9 spades to 10 diamonds. Another 7 of spades. There's no 8 in there, so that's not going to end up over there. That 9 of clubs. Nowhere I can go now. So refresh. Again, I need to build some test cases. Let's just flip the stock just to see what's there. The 5 of clubs. King. That jack. 4. I could play these aces. I don't want to empty out that column because I haven't implemented it being able to handle that. Let's just go ahead and build to see what's under that. Build hearts. That ace. That 5. Okay, now the stock to 6 diamonds. Flip stock to 9. That 4, move 4 diamonds to 5 clubs. Another freaking 4. Are you kidding? There's nothing there. Refresh. Stock. Queen. Build hearts with that ace, and then put the 2. Build hearts to build hearts 2. Is that right? Yeah. Build hearts 2. I would create an empty spot if I did that. The queen is not going anywhere. Move 8 clubs to 9 hearts. Give me an ace of spades. Build spades with the ace. Jack. Okay. Oh shoot, it's insane. It's black. Dang it. No. 2 spades. 8. There's nothing I can. Well, that would give me an empty column if I move the 8 of diamonds to the 9 of clubs. I don't want that, so I'm done. I keep saying I need to build test cases. 6 spades. That ace of spades could go up top. That 5. That 2. I have quite a few spades. Let's try this. Build spades with the ace. build spades with a 2. And if I had a 3 of spades, move 7 spades to 8 hearts. Move 4 diamonds to 5 spades. Jack of clubs. There's nothing. Shoot. I need to implement that stop command to be able to move to the waste pile. What I'm really going for is an ace on the stockpile. Move. Stock to 9 diamonds. Stock 10 of spades. And stock to jack spades, jack hearts. Eight. There's no 9 there for a I could build clubs ace. Stock to 9 hearts. Flip the stock. Finally, okay. An ace of diamonds. Stock 2 diamonds. It works. all that testing just to get there, because I mean I actually had to play it. Let's see, stock, and it keeps working. Man, if I had an ace of clubs right now, I could keep trying it, but it worked for hearts anyway. Now it worked for diamonds, so that's cool. That's, I mean, obviously not in any way thorough testing, but it works. And what I like about it is the fact that that's not the first condition. Hearts, because I basically wrote it once and then copied and pasted it. Hearts is not the first condition. I mean, diamonds is not the first condition. Hearts is. So it worked for diamonds, meaning that by the time I paste it down to here, this is still right. So that's a good sign. All right, so now. All right, now that's actually a victory there. And this kind of wraps what I was trying to do last night. So I'm going to take a quick break and jump back and implement, something relatively simple, which is stock. If I enter the stock command again, having it move stock to the waste pile, and having the waste pile still be available to be able to move from either. So that's my next thing. And then very quickly after that, I need to finally deal with handling an empty column, because that's impeding me. And then I need to handle moving a whole column, which is going to be a serious one, because that's going to be like actually building a new data structure. So yeah, I'm going to break there.